it's Runa. Welcome back to RUNACY. Today we're going to be doing some more Reddit videos. I'm going to be reading and I'm going to be reacting to a Reddit story. Today we are in r/TrueOffMyChest. This is a place that people go when they have stories that they want to share with people, but they can't share it with people in their real life, so they go to Reddit to share it with strangers on the internet. Nothing wrong with that, I think. I think sometimes it's good to just share things, but not with people who have any real connection to your real life. I've been there. I've been that person for people. Totally understand. Anyway, without any more further ado, let's just get right into the story. I regret believing everyone when they said, don't date from work. I really like this one because I am a big proponent of don't date from work, but this person says that they regret believing everyone when they said don't date from work. So let's see what happens. I don't know what we're in for, but that's what we're about to do. We're about to find out what we're in for. That's what happens when you read things. You get more information. Everyone suddenly believes you don't date from work. Don't where you eat. You are a loser to do it, but swiping pictures for hours is totally normal apparently. Yeah, I'm jumping in, I'm interjecting. I should read a little bit longer, but still, that's reasonable. I see where he's coming from. The judging looks you get from friends and family for telling them you liked someone from work. Okay, let me quickly, I'm cutting in again, but I just want to quickly say, I'm gonna let you finish, but I just want to quickly say that the reason why I am a big proponent of don't where you eat in terms of dating people from work, I don't actually understand that phrase, but regardless, the reason why I believe that you shouldn't date people from work is because I think that when things get messy, which they often do, these people can control how your job goes. They can call HR, they can really mess things up for you, and it just becomes a horrible place to stay. It becomes a toxic environment. It's just not the best, in my opinion. But let's keep reading. Let's figure out why this Redditor, TroubleFar4543, regrets believing everyone when they said not to date someone from work. We've been working together for 1.5 years and I've liked her for that same amount. Wow. I believe she liked me too. When I started telling my friends, it was a total joke to them. You don't where you eat. Soon, even folks at work started saying how terrible of an idea it was because I think it was obvious that I liked her. The older generation said that I should trust them, and the female colleagues warned me about harassment. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Actually, no, that's not basically what I'm saying. I don't think it's harassment to ask someone out on a date, but I think that people can flip it into that. But, you know, maybe these people who are warning him don't know the relationship that he has with this girl. Maybe they don't know how close they might be, how she might feel the same way. It terrified me that I would harass a coworker, so last Christmas party, some of us decided to continue the night after the office party. She looked amazing and she talked to me the whole evening. On our way to the bar, 2 of my colleagues warned me that this could end up very badly with her being all over me. She wasn't. She's very shy and polite, so the effort it must have taken her to want to stay close to me in spite of everyone around us. Don't waste your energy. Don't do something stupid and you ruin your work environment. Monday will be awkward if you did something stupid. I ended up avoiding her at the bar. She looked puzzled, but she understood the gist and sat with the female coworkers instead. Then a couple of girls at the bar started to chat with us and my colleague encouraged it. He was the best wingman. I ended up leaving with one of the girls. Oof. Okay, he didn't have to do that. I kind of understand him avoiding her at the bar. That kind of sucked probably for her because, I mean, they're still friends. I think he could have ignored them in that case and just been like, no, screw you. We can be friends at least at work. I think being friends with someone at work is not a bad call. And if she pushes for it, she starts sending you more obvious signals, then, you know, that's a sign that, hey, maybe these guys were wrong. So I think the people around him were probably not doing him very many favors. Yeah, I wish someone around him were like, you can be friends, just don't start dating while you're still working together. I ended up leaving with one of the girls. I felt my colleague's eyes on me when I left. She never talked to me again, never looked at me once. She's been very polite and kind as usual when we work together, but she never looks at me. Her smile in the morning when she says good morning is not the same. Oof. Of course, it was for the best, according to the believe me, I know people, but why doesn't it feel that way? The work environment I was supposed to keep safe feels unbearable now. I should never have listened to anyone but my heart. I could always find another job, but feelings like these are hard to come by. I just wanted to vent somewhere because I can't really blame my family, friends, and colleagues for my actions. I'm just bitter. P.S. Excuse my grammar, I'm Swedish. Yeah, it was a little bit off, but it's not too bad. Not too horrible. Yeah, man, that sucks. That really sucks. Let's go into some of the comments. Until you've had a work relationship go bad, you can't have an opinion. And frankly, it sounds like you have nothing more than a strong crush on this woman and barely know her. Feelings actually aren't hard to come by if you're putting yourself out there. And the original poster responds, it's not just a crush, unfortunately. I'm speaking about myself, of course. Maybe it is easier for some people than others, but having genuine feelings for someone are hard for me and don't really come easily. The original poster responds to a commenter that was downvoted about how he can have feelings for someone at work, but there's no need to go out on dates to fall for someone. He says, yeah, I'm not gonna argue with people who come here all-knowing. That's their opinion. I've spent 40 hours a week working with this woman. We talk about everything, even about our families and problems, hobbies and adventures and plans, or people at the office wouldn't have noticed that we were close. I haven't confessed my feelings, of course, because they're wrong according to society, but I regret it now. We could always have tried to find new jobs or something. I regret my stupidity. Yeah, honestly, if he was just expressing that he has feelings for her, I guess it's not that bad. But I still think that you shouldn't date someone at your workplace. Unless you're really sure. You know, maybe this story is going to convince me otherwise. Maybe I'm going to start giving different advice because this sounds like it really sucks. A huge number of successful and unsuccessful relationships start at work. That's relatively normal. The internet long ago lost perspective on the difference between something comes with risks, so be careful and mature about it, and ran straight to, that comes with risks, don't ever do it. No, that's so true. That's so true. I've heard some people talking about, the whole age gap debacle. I think if your grades aren't touching, then neither should you, and that just applies to anyone who's in any sort of schooling, because I think that age gaps has more to do with maturity than actual age. So if you're 17 and 18, I think that's fine. I think even 16 and 18 is fine. 16 and a junior and 18 and a senior, it's like, okay, who cares? You're just whatever. But I think there's a big difference between being 16 as a junior and 18 as a senior, and being 16 as a sophomore and 18 as a first year in college. I think there's a massive difference between those situations, even though it's still just 16 and 18, you see what I mean? So yeah, if your grades don't touch, neither should you. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about other things. I mean, the internet just likes to advertise excessive caution sometimes, and people take that to heart. That's the problem with the internet, because if you hear from real people in your real life, that you get real experiences and you get real stories and you're able to sort of understand where you fit into that, versus on the internet, it's just like, this is the right way to do things, this is how it's done, rah, 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 beep boop, beep boop, that kind of thing. Jobs are temporary. If things go bad for whatever reason, you have the power to leave and find a new one. It's not fun, but it's also one of the better ways to get better pay. And your company owes you the same amount of loyalty you owe them. None. So go into a workplace relationship cautiously. The original poster responded to that saying, totally agree with you. Thanks for a nuanced response. Sorry for the downvotes you're going to get because of it. You're not guaranteed a successful relationship just because it's not from your workplace. I don't think that's what people are saying. I think people are saying not to go on dates with people who work with you because there are risks that can totally ruin your life. It's not saying that all relationships not forged from outside of work are going to be successful. It's just that if this goes wrong, it's a big deal and it's probably going to get you in more trouble than it's worth. That's basically it. But this sounds like it's an edge case. This could have been a Jim and Pam situation. And I know that a lot of lawyers tend to shack up together. They tend to get together, probably because they have nothing else to do. They're always at work. And the more time you spend with someone, the higher the chances of you developing romantic feelings for them gets. But it sounds like for him it was like love at first sight. He's been working with her for a year and a half and he's had feelings for her for a year and a half. So we'll see. He continues saying, so there's no difference where you meet someone. Had it worked out or not, I would have had to find another job anyway. This is only my opinion, he says. If it worked, I would have wanted the relationship to continue to succeed and therefore maybe find a new job so we don't work together would have been my goal. If it didn't work, well, it would have been awkward to stay working at the same place. My point is that sometimes a woman is worth finding a new job no matter the results. So dude, you should have just gone for it. Okay, I guess I know that's what he's saying. I know he's saying that he regrets listening to everyone, but dang, dude, let this be a lesson. Trust yourself. You are the only one who knows yourself as well as you do. No one else knows you and what's unique to you and what your life experience is. All the things that people give you as advice is just the aggregate of all the different responses that they've heard from other people throughout their lives, or all of the different responses that they've had personally about their own lives and about their own decisions. You are the only one who knows you and your life better. You can listen to advice, you can take advice, there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to find out where exactly it fits in with your life. If you're just taking advice from everyone all willy-nilly, you're going to lose yourself. You're going to lose yourself, you're going to lose your mind, and you're going to ruin your life. Trust me, I know. No one knows you better than you know you. And you're gonna make mistakes. That's part of life. That's just another data point. You're gonna find that out Regardless. If it goes well, you learn that this works for you. If it goes wrong, you learn that that doesn't work for you. Net win, honestly. But in this case, he knew it would work for him and he still listened to something else. That's just big regret. That's just going to lead to regret no matter what. So, man, that really sucks for him. Oh, man, dude. Another comment says, from what you describe, it does sound as though she may have hoped that something would happen between you two. Did you sleep with the other girl that you left with? Did she also work with you? No. If so, then why was it okay to sleep with her but not to get close to the colleague that you actually like? And OP responds to that saying, yeah, I slept with the girl. No, she doesn't work with us, of course. She was just at the bar with her friends. That was such a bad choice. He could have just not gone home with that girl. I think that that is really what destroyed this. Truly. The ignoring probably... but this was a lesson that he had to learn, I guess. This was just the lesson that he needed to learn. The ignoring she could probably have gotten over, but him going home with another girl, she's like, oh, okay, cool, got it, cool. Not me. I really liked you, but yeah, it's evident that she liked him. That really sucks. Another commenter number 4 says, you could, I don't know, talk to her, have lunch together. You've basically been flirting and connecting for a long time. Then when it's finally off work hours, you leave with another girl in front of her. That screams, I'm not interested in you. Just ask her to eat lunch together and tell her you have enjoyed her company for a long time, that everyone told you not to ask her out, and that at the Christmas party, they were all over you about not asking her out. Just be honest. I second this. Make it clear you were and are interested, but will completely honor her decision. Honestly, personally, for me, if I see someone that I previously liked go out to a bar and then go home with some random girl, regardless of what I thought of them before, I think that that's no longer the person for me. Like, you're just gonna find some random person and sleep with them, and then, like, no. Like, even, it's not even the and then part. It's not even the fact that they would ask me out after that. It's just the fact that they would do that, you know? That's just not the type of person that I want to be with. I don't want to be with someone who's that easy, for lack of a better term. Like, yeah, that's weird. You just go out and meet someone, same day, same night. You're like, okay, time to engage in an extremely intimate exchange with you. Like, is it not sacred to you at all? Like, I'm not some super pure person. Like, a lot of my friends are like that, but I'm not going to date or seriously date or marry any of my friends like that. That's just not the type of person for me, but that's just the lifestyle that they live. I have no judgments against them, but that's just not the type of person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. Because that sort of person, I don't know, it makes me think that they're able to cheat a lot easier. Because you could just go out with someone same day, anytime. Doesn't really matter, you know? Not really attractive to me, but that's just me. And I also view that as a pretty sacred act. I think that it's a very intimate thing, and I think that it should be reserved to someone that you really care about and know a lot. I don't know. Anyway, OP responds to that comment saying, I contemplated doing it just to at least apologize to her because I know she has too much self-respect to accept someone like me now. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. You are what you repeatedly do. And if someone doesn't know you that well, then you just are what you do. And that's just showing her who you are. You are the type of person who would go to a bar and just meet someone and sleep with them same night. That is the type of person that you are because you did it. Maybe that's not how you view yourself, but that's who you are. That's what you did. Commenter 5 says, just ask her out for a drink. What's the issue? If she likes you, she'll say yes. And the original poster responds to that saying, I was just talking to one of the guys from her department and he casually mentioned that my colleague, who acted like my wingman at the Christmas party, asked her out right after the holidays? I have been so dumb, haven't I? Dude! What a jerk! That sucks so much. He probably doesn't even care about her the way that this guy does. Oh man. That's like the devil coercing people into doing things. That's crazy. Poor guy. I mean, he still chose to do what he did, but still, poor guy. I don't... Another commenter says, man, do whatever your heart tells you to do. I dated someone from work. I was attracted to her the minute I saw her on her first day at work when she joined our team. My desk was about 20 feet from hers. We became friends, eventually started dating. Yes, we had some rough times, but that's because we were young and immature. I was 22 and she was 25. But we got along incredibly well. That was 25 years ago and still together. That's cute. That's a nice little story there. Original poster response to that saying, "It was over for me the moment she smiled at me. We are 28. That's so cute. That sucks, though. It sucks that this... The last commenter, this is the last comment I'm going to read. The last commenter says, "Dude, you went home with someone else while your crush was there. You are an idiot." Original poster response saying, "Yeah, a huge one." Kind of have to agree with that, bro. Kind of have to agree. Oh, we have an update, which came February 1st, 2026, 3 days later. Man, okay, I'm gonna take a little break. Hold on. This is crazy. Update time, everybody, update time, everybody, update time. I don't know why I did that so cheerfully, because this is probably gonna be a really sad update. Ugh, I can't see how this could possibly be going well for this guy. Let's get right into it. Hi again. So I will just dive right into my update. I asked my colleague if we could take a walk on our lunch break because I needed to talk to her. It was the first time I talked to her since the party. She probably knew exactly what it was about. I just started by apologizing. I told her exactly what went through my mind that day, and without making excuses for myself because, let's face it, I'm an adult, I didn't need to listen to the others. I should have trusted my feelings, and definitely nobody made me go home with that girl. I told her this. She said that she was hurt because she liked me. Bro, this sucks so much for everyone involved. She said that she was hurt because she liked me and that she too thought about us being colleagues and what it would have meant, but she thought worst case that she would have to find a new job if we had clicked as a couple. Telling me this was like knives in my chest. I wish I was less dramatic too and had her simple approach, and I told her that. Anyway, I told her that what I did was stupid and had nothing to do with her but my own insecurities. She accepted my apology. She is not interested in pursuing anything anymore. I kind of expected that because she's way better than settling for a mess like me. I probably showed her an ick side. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying, that would be an ick. And I understand. Once again, like, it's not anything to do with, like, live your life. I don't really care, but it's just an ick for me. I'm just not gonna, I don't want to date you. I don't want to date to marry you. And honestly, I want to date to marry, to be honest. I don't like to just date casually. It's not, I don't think that's... A lot of people my age do it. I think that's just a waste of time, to be honest. Anyway, I won't lie and say that it didn't break my heart a little, and I think I teared up a little even though I tried to be cool. That must have been another ick for her. I don't think that would be an ick. That would just make me feel bad. I mean, maybe if I already felt disgusted by that person's actions, but after an apology, a sincere apology with no holds barred, with no excuses made for the self, I probably would have a little bit more respect for that person, but I still wouldn't. Like, you still just went home and slept with some random person that you just met. Like, why'd you do that? This sucks. But it definitely, I don't think it would be an ick for me. I think it would just be like, you're a real person and you made a real mistake. And that just, it is what it is. And I don't know. Maybe it would be an ick. I don't know. She said that she's also moving on with another job too because it felt awkward at the office now. That made me want to cry for real. I tried to avoid this woman because of a stupid job, because it would be awkward to date someone I work with, and now she's not going to be working with me anyway. I wished her luck, and I hope it sounded like I meant it. That's all. Dude, this could have been saved. This didn't have to go this way. Anyway, let's read some of the comments, and then we'll be done with the story. Man, this so sad. One commenter said, "Oh, it sucks, but you did the grown-up thing by admitting it and apologizing, even if it didn't end the way you hoped. Learn your lesson, be kind to yourself, and don't let a single wrong step convince you that you're not yourself." Yeah, that's good advice. I don't really understand what they mean by that last part, but the original poster just responded saying, "Thanks, man." The second comment says, "Learn from your mistakes. If you fall for someone else in the future, I guarantee insecurities will once again present themselves." Yeah, actually I remember reading when I was like 15 or something, I remember reading something saying that whenever you date someone, you start to understand some of your own insecurities, like some of your worst insecurities come out, but that it's up to you to fix them. It's not on your partner to fix them. It's just that that's gonna let you see what you're most insecure about. And I think that's pretty true. Before I dated anyone, I didn't think I was very insecure about most things, but I did develop, maybe I didn't develop them, maybe I already had them, I just wasn't aware of them, but it seemed like I developed a few insecurities while I dated my first partner, and it was a lot to grapple with, but I think I've learned from that. I think I'm better as a result of it. Not mad at it, I'm grateful for it. The commenter continues, "It might not involve coworkers or you relying on others' opinions, but something will cause doubt. Learn to rely on your own instincts and face your own insecurities. If you don't, you will ruin another potential relationship in the future." And the original poster responds, "I have definitely learned from this." That's good. That's the best you can hope for. That's the best you can do. It's the most you can hope for. Another commenter says, "Advice from someone who dated at work. Don't do it." This is exactly what OP doesn't need to hear, but let's see if he learned the lesson now. Let's see. "I met my ex-husband at work. In the beginning it was not a problem, but as the honeymoon phase fades, the challenges start to come up. In hierarchy, he was above me. I did not want to switch jobs as it was my first one, and I still had a lot to learn, and that company was perfect for that. He was well liked there and was doing well, so he was not willing to change jobs. We were on the same team, so it did not help. Issues at work would get carried over in the relationship. It was only after he changed companies that the relationship got better, so never again will I date someone at my job. That's your life, that's your decision, that's you. That's you. That's not this guy's situation. I think it could have worked. It seems like they were both pretty low on the totem pole. They were pretty much just like on the same level. So this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. You have to make sure that people's advice actually aligns with you and your life. This does not align with the OP in his life. But let's see if he learned. Let's see what his response is. He says, "I can always find a new job. Not always find someone great. Since when do we value work over people? I'm not discussing other people's experiences anymore, since I'm not interested in more anecdotes. Thank you. My experience left me full of regrets just because I followed advice of people with experience like yours. I have had tens of messages with Hold on. I have had tens of messages from people with successful experiences too. Why should your experience be worthier?" He learned. Good boy. Good job, OP. Good job. You learned your lesson. That's very good. That's exactly what I would hope for. That's exactly what I hope that someone would learn from this exact experience. Like, just stop. That's basically what I was saying earlier, word for word. Not word for word, but that's idea for idea. That's basically what I was saying. Other people have their own experiences. They have their own anecdotes. They have their own reasons why things did or did not work. You only have you. You have your own life. You have your own reasons for things. You know what will work for you better than anyone else knows what will work for you. So, trust that. Make your own mistakes. Make your own mistakes. Don't make other people's mistakes. Don't make mistakes because of other people. Make your own mistakes. Make your own successes. Do your own experiences and live your own life. Don't let other people live your life for you. Type. The last comment I'm going to read is, "You tried to avoid making things awkward at work and ended up making the situation so unbearable she has to quit. That is the ultimate irony. Shakespeare couldn't have written a better tragedy. She was willing to risk her career to be with you, while you were too scared to even ignore some bad advice. She didn't reject you because you are a mess. True. She rejected you because she realized she was playing for keeps while you were just playing it safe." Interesting. I think, interesting. Maybe. Sounds a bit like AI, but maybe. And the original poster responds, "This is basically a summary of what happened. I regret it. I can understand that. But, you know, OP, you learned your lesson. You really did. And as I said, that's the best thing that we could hope for. You learned your lesson. You will do better in the future. And I think you just needed to learn this before you could find the right person. I think things happen for a reason. Regardless of if it's some divine plan or not, I think we subconsciously call experiences to us that we need before we can move on to things. Like, you need to close a door before you can open a new one. So you need to close the door of listening to other people's ridiculous advice, open the door full of experiences that can only come from you opening that door that you could only find by closing the previous door. You open up that new door full of experiences that you get from ignoring other people's advice and living your own life and making your own decisions. There's so many good things that are going to come from that, from this one bad experience. As I always say, negative events lead to positive consequences. Always. Always. There's never an instance where that's not true. You just have to be able to see it. Not everyone's willing to see it, but if you are, you'll learn a lot. But Editing Runa here with an update. As it turns out, he's going on a date with her today. She said yes to a date for today, Friday, the day that this comes out. Fingers crossed for him. I really hope the best for him. We'll see how it goes. I will definitely be tuning into his post to see if he has another update, but that's crazy. That's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for having my video, of all the videos, on your screen. It does mean a lot. We spent so much time together. We spent so much time learning together. We spent so much time enjoying the story together. So thanks for being here. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. If you disliked the video, make sure to leave a thumbs down. Please leave a comment with your thoughts down below. I want to read all of them, good, bad, neutral. Please subscribe if you want to. Don't subscribe if you don't want to. And I will see you in the next video. Even our families and problems, hobbies and adventures and plans, or people at hobbies and adventures and plans, or people at the office wouldn't have noticed. What? I'm going to relax your feelings.